Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia. Welcome to my 2025 wishlist video for The Sims 4. These are things that I want to see come to the game next year. I highly doubt all of these things will make it to the game, but I also tried to make my list a little more realistic. I tried to do the same thing last year, and what's funny is some of the things that were on my list last year are still on my list this year. I feel like that keeps on happening. There's definitely some things that I feel like are way overdue that I do believe we will get, but they're taking literally forever. Here's hoping 2025 is the year for some of these things, and with that, let's do our notification shout out, and this one goes to EXO. Stay strong. Honestly, I had to put your comment in a video again because you were the sweetest ever. When I tell you, you made my whole day, and well, I guess it's nighttime now when I'm seeing this comment, and I had a really rough day, so thank you. I needed to read that. I'm so happy you continue to watch, and honestly, I just appreciate any support so much. Seriously, you're the best. And with that, if you guys want to be the next comment of the day, all you have to do is comment down below. Also, friendly reminder that, YouTubers go through stuff too, and you guys lift my mood up and just make my days so much better. So seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let's go ahead and get on into the wish list. If you plan on purchasing The Sims 4 Life and Death or any of the Sims 4 packs, you can use my code FANTAYZIA on the EA app or thesims.com. This does directly support me and my channel, so I really do appreciate those of you guys who use my code. First on my list is Preteens. I swear this was first on my list last year. I need to go and double check. I remember things that I put on my list, but I was like, wait, was that number 1 last year too? I think I will continue to put this at number 1 until we get it. Especially now that we have infants, it just feels weird. We need preteens. I don't know. I've had my stages where I felt like we didn't need them, and then I've had stages where I feel like we do need them, and now I think I am always going to feel like we need them. Just because of the way aging is in The Sims 4, having infants really makes that transition stage better. As far as like newborns to infants and then toddlers, after that, I guess there is quite a bit of a jump, but I don't expect them to ever put something between toddlers and children because I don't know. I think that would be a little much. I don't think that's necessary. In a perfect world, I'd be like, yeah, let's do that because there is quite a big jump from the toddlers to the kids. Since the kids, I feel like look a little bit older, not crazy, like maybe I feel like they look like 8 to 10, maybe like 7 to 9 to be honest. Whereas the toddlers look about 3, and so I feel like there could be something in between there, like a kindergarten age would be really cute, but I don't know, I can't see it happening. However, the jump from kids to teenagers is way too much to me because the teenagers, they are meant to be older teenagers. Even the Sims team has said that themselves. Automatically, when they said that, I was like, okay, we need another stage. Definitely. What's actually odd is they went for more older life stages for each age group. Didn't they also say, yeah, the toddlers are meant to be older, like they already know how to walk, whereas in previous games we have to teach them to walk. And then the kids are seem a little bit like older children, and then the teenagers seem more towards the end of their teenage years, like 16, 17. And so I don't know what made them go that route, but I feel like it just makes it kind of feel like there's all these in-between stages missing. But yeah, I could talk about preteens like all day. I already did like a whole video on it not too long ago, and I could talk about it forever still. There's a lot of features they could put in there, and also they did hire the person who made the preteen mod. She officially works at EA, so ever since then I've thought we're getting preteens. It's just, I guess it's taking a while, which makes sense. Who knows how long they were working on infants. And yeah, I feel like making a whole new life stage in general takes some time. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that because I have talked about it a lot. But number 2 on my list is cars. Again, this is something that stays on my wish list every year, and it will until we have it. If we ever have it, but I just want to say that we will because we got horses. And a sim guru has said something along the lines of horses are even more difficult to make than cars, and if we get horses, we'll likely see cars. That was said quite a few years ago, and now we've had horses for a while and still no cars. I mean, we have bikes now. I can see it happening. I think they're taking longer than expected, hopefully because they just want to do them right. I don't know. I mean, they weren't implemented into the game when it came out, and I feel like that does make it more difficult. I do think cars are the type of thing that The Sims should launch with. You know, we had them straight away in The Sims 2, The Sims 3, and then The Sims 4 we didn't, so I feel like it probably is more difficult to add them in later, but definitely not impossible. I just think they should do it exactly like The Sims 2. That would be completely fine with me. They did everything right in The Sims 2. It doesn't need to be so complicated. The Sims 2, it's just perfect. It's my baby. It's my home. So number 3 is zodiac signs. Some people agree with this, some people don't. I've said this before as well. I don't know if it's always been on my list though. I honestly don't remember. Because there's definitely been time periods where I'm like, not so important. But I feel like overall, I always go back to wanting that. There is an argument with the whole zodiac signs thing, and maybe it's why we haven't gotten them, because when it comes to giving Sims zodiac signs, you know, it could determine their personality a lot. And, you know, a lot of people say like, hey, your personality isn't just determined on your zodiac sign. Like, there's so many other things. Some people don't even act like their zodiac sign. You know, like, there's so many things that play a part in who you are. So sometimes, like, for example, with Sims traits, it can be really overpowering sometimes with their personality. They could have, like, a simple trait of, like, I don't know, lazy, and it will kind of, like, rule their whole personality. Whereas, like, in real life, there's so much to a person, you know? Like, I don't know. They would have to do the zodiac signs correctly. I wouldn't want it to completely change the sim. But I will say, I'm not like, oh my god, if you're this sign, then you must be this way. Definitely not. But what I have noticed is a lot of people who have a certain zodiac sign, who I'm close with, it lines up for a lot of them. Not always. For example, I do know a lot of Tauruses, and I feel like all 3 of them that I'm close with are all completely different. But if I actually really look at, you know, each trait for a Taurus or ones they're more likely to have, then I'm like, oh wait, okay, these 3 people do connect in these certain ways, but they all have such different personalities, so it's weird, right? And so that's how I would hope they would do it in The Sims, but I don't know, can they do that? I feel like they need to make it where the traits overpower more of their personality than the zodiac sign. I think it needs to be something like that, because yeah, like I said, like those 3 Tauruses, it's like, okay, when you look on a deeper level, I can see the similarities in them, but they're all so different and like such different things and act in such different ways, you know, because they just have different personalities. And so, yeah, that's like a big thing. I don't know how they would go about that, how they could make zodiac signs just feel subtle, but there. Like, comment down below if you guys have any ideas about that. And I also think some people show signs of their zodiac more than others. Like, some people it's spot on, and then, you know, you have multiple signs as well if you're into that. I don't know much about that, but I have figured out what my other signs are. I just haven't really, like, you know, I haven't looked into that very much at all. But that's another thing that plays a part. So someone, maybe another sign they have is like overruling the other one. There's just like so much to it. I think maybe they should keep it simple and our Sims should just have like 1 sign each. I think also maybe making it an option to not even give them a zodiac sign. They could do that too. Just for those of you who don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, it's a life simulation game and everyone does have a zodiac sign. So that's why I feel like we should have it. It makes sense. And I feel like it did work really well. In the previous Sims games, we used to be able to give them zodiac signs, even in The Sims 2. And I feel like it worked really great. I don't really feel like people had a complaint about them, so I don't see why it would be such a bad thing to add in now. So number 4 on my list is a hotels/resorts expansion pack. I would like if it includes hotels and resorts just together. I would hope. I know those are both similar, but like we need a hotel system where we could have a hotel kind of anywhere, because then we can make motels and have them be in every single world if we wanted. But we can also have resorts be, you know, in the fancier worlds like Sulani, and also maybe we get a whole new world, like a vacation, a tropical vacation world, and not like Sulani. I can't explain it, but in The Sims 2 Bon Voyage, they included all different types of vacations in that pack, which is what I wish they would do for The Sims 4, but I know they won't because they already split it up. Like, you know, we already got a camping pack, we have jungle adventure, so they've been doing them like separately. We don't really get those types of packs anymore. We don't even get game packs, which, I hope they bring them back for 2025. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the world that you would go to stay at a hotel in Bon Voyage, something about that world, what was it even called? I don't know, but the way it was, the tropical vibes it had, that's what I want to see for The Sims 4. But even better, of course, because I feel like The Sims 4 worlds are just always top tier. Like, as far as they look. Sometimes they feel very bland and dead when you're playing in them, but the beauty of them is always just like incredible. And I would want to see like in-depth resorts too. See, in The Sims 3, we could run our own resort. I think something like that would be really cool. Is that something you guys want? Do you want to run your own resort? I do miss that. I miss doing a lot of things like even putting chlorine in the pool. Little things like that, and Sims could leave reviews. I thought that was really fun too. It was also kind of hard to manage. It definitely gave players a challenge. So next on my list is a Fairies game pack, and I'm hoping 2025 is the year when they bring back game packs. Even if it's just Fairies, like that's the only game pack. Because I feel like as long as we don't see game packs, we're not going to see Fairies. Because I don't see them putting Fairies in an expansion pack unless they're planning on dropping something very unexpected on us, giving us multiple occults in one pack. But if they're going to go in the same direction that they've always went in, well, besides mermaids, see, that's where I'm like, maybe they're going to give us Fairies in an expansion pack like how they did with mermaids. But look what happened with mermaids. And so I'm not really a fan of that. I like when they do a whole game pack on the occults. I mean, I feel like they've gotten better too, because vampires, well, I guess they're good. It's just, see, I'm not an occult player, so I honestly can't talk. See, that's my problem. I feel like I played most with the werewolf pack just because, I don't know, the way they did it, they did a really good job in my opinion. So I feel like it even interested players who weren't really into occults. I don't know. But again, I never touch werewolves now, like ever. I kind of just use them as entertainment when there's like a random werewolf running around in the gym or something and it's like crazy. But that's how I kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of like that with all the occults, like a random vampire breaking in. It just kind of adds some chaos to my gameplay, but I'm never like playing with the occults. But Fairies, okay, what is so sucky is the fact that mermaids and fairies are the two occults I would play with, and then mermaids are so lackluster, so I don't play with them. There's like nothing there. And then fairies are not here. And I'm just like, where are the fairies? I mean, I know I still would opt for playing with like human sims more often, but just the fact that those are the two occults that I would play with and also would find easier to incorporate into family gameplay, I don't know, it just sucks. I really want them to refresh mermaids. That's not on my wish list, but I would really love for them to do that. I just don't think it's gonna happen, so I don't even bother writing it down. We saw one refresh and that was it. So honestly, my hopes are completely to the ground for that one. I have zero hopes for that coming back. I will be so shocked if we see another refresh in 2025. But yeah, fairies, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to drop some surprise expansion pack on us that has way more than fairies? Or do you think they're just going to give us at least one more game pack and have it be fairies? I feel like it's the only occult we're missing that they usually do. Yes, there's more occults they could do, which maybe because, you know, The Sims 4 is going to be running a lot longer. So if they really want to push out content, then maybe they'll give us even more occults. But if they're going to stick with the main ones, then fairies would be the last one technically that is important anyways as far as previous Sims games. So yeah, I would just really love to see that. I think it would be really cute too. So the next thing on my list is a hair color slider. I have kind of given up on the whole color wheel thing because I don't think it's going to happen. I know we have it for the cats and dogs, but they put that in there when they created cats and dogs, whereas they didn't do a color wheel when they first created The Sims. So I don't know. I do think it's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. Whereas the sliders, we know that's possible because they've already done that for us. You know, we got the makeup sliders for the skin. So adding it to hair shouldn't be that challenging. And I feel like that's a must, dude. There's too many different shades of hair that we're missing. And I'm just like, okay, instead of giving us more swatches, just literally give us a slider. Cause you know, we have all like the core colors that we need and we're missing a lot of like redhead shades. And I feel like if we just had that slider, it would solve all our problems. But we're also missing a lot of brunette shades too, I feel like. So next on my list is that adventure-filled sleepaway camp pack that was on the survey. So I did a video on this survey. A lot of people did, so you might be familiar with it, but there was like 9 different expansion pack ideas on there. I really liked the sound of a lot of them, but the summer camp type of one just really caught my eye because I feel like we really need a pack for the kids. I mean, I'm sure this would include the teens too. I think they mentioned the teens in it. But yeah, being able to send the kids away for like a summer camp type of thing and have like a whole different experience with the kids. I don't know, like it could be really cool if they were like actually away from their parents and there was like teachers there, supervisors, all of that, and so many new activities they can explore. And imagine a world, oh my god, I feel like the world could look so good. Not like Granite Falls, because I was gonna say like foresty and stuff, but not Granite Falls. I don't even know, but there's something in my head that I feel like I see in a lot of movies. And I just think it would be such a beautiful world. And like cabins and stuff, but again, not like the cabins we kind of see with camping. I don't know, like different, maybe like huts. I don't know. I just think it would be so cool. There was so many things mentioned that I just loved, and I think a lot of people voted for it. I just saw it talked about a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get that. That would be so cool. So next on my list is an infant stuff pack with playable daycare and strollers. More than that, but those are two things that I really want. I do think we need a stuff pack for infants. Maybe some of you guys don't think so, but I think that would be nice. We have a stuff pack for kids. We have one for toddlers. I don't feel like we necessarily need one for the teenagers because they got their whole own expansion pack. So I don't really know what they would do for a teen stuff pack. The heat in my house just came on, and I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's like, it's just right above me. So anyways, of course we can't get an infant game pack or an expansion pack. No, that definitely wouldn't happen. I feel like it would need to be a smaller pack. So I think a stuff pack is perfect for that. And I was so shocked we didn't get playable daycare with Growing Together. It still shocks me. That was the perfect opportunity. So I'm like, where else would they give us that? And I feel like the only place is an infant stuff pack. Something I used to do in The Sims 3 is have like an area in my Sims house where it was all set up like a daycare, and my Sim would do daycare from home, and it was just like this whole routine. She'd wake up at like 6 a.m. on the dot every day, get her breakfast ready, take a shower, all that, brush her teeth, and then it'd be time to take care of the kids. And I don't know, it just felt so structured and organized, and I don't know why I loved playing like that so much. Leveling up in that career was really fun because then you started to get kids coming. They'd come and they'd do their homework at daycare, and you'd have to start making different kinds of foods for the kids too. Like, I don't know, I just enjoyed that so much, which is so weird because honestly, it can get hectic taking care of kids and babies and all that in The Sims, but something about the daycare system I really loved, and you could like hover over them and see how they're feeling. So that would be really fun. And then yeah, I mentioned strollers because it's one top item that we don't have, and I don't understand why. Especially when we got infants, I don't know why they didn't put that in the update or in the Growing Together pack. Honestly, I think it should have came in a free update. It's just like really inconvenient, and I know they have the things where you can wear the infant on your back, but like, no, I want to go for walks. I used to do that in The Sims 3. I want to go for walks with the stroller, with the baby, let them see the outdoors and, you know, get the breeze and the sun. Like, I don't know. I really need strollers. And so next up on my list is multi-purpose lots. So this may have been on my list last year too. I think this is going to be on a lot of people's wish list this year because it's taking too long. It's taking way too damn long. You're telling me we're over 10 years into this game and we still don't have multi-purpose lots? What? Like, we need that. I feel like it would make everything feel so much more fun and alive, and the worlds are smaller, and so it would make more sense, right? There's not enough lots for me to place down everything I want to freaking place down. Like, let's be real. And if you don't have many of the packs, you might be struggling. I need a shit ton of lots placed around, or the world feels so boring. I hate when there is like no space, it feels like, to place different lots. And then it's like every world has like a gym or a bar and a library, and I'm just like, okay. Like, I need things to be fun. I want fun lots. Like, I'll go in the gallery and type things like arcade, and I'll just like look for things, or like, you know, now we have recreation centers, but before we had that lot type, I would just type recreation center on the gallery and it would give me lots that just have everything for our Sims to do, and it's so much fun. But then sometimes those lots are kind of dead, or the Sims aren't using everything because, you know, then we're just setting it as like a generic lot. Like, I don't know. We just need to be able to set a lot as like a cafe, but also a library, but also a gym. Like, that would be so cool. And last on my list is water slides. Yes, this is last on my list. I feel like I could have written down a million other things, but I'm trying to be realistic here. There is so many things I want for The Sims 4, but you can only fit so much into 1 year. And you know, because I wrote down the hotels and resorts expansion pack, and then the sleepaway like summer camp pack would be an expansion pack, and then the Fairies game pack, and then an infant stuff pack. Yeah, I feel like that kind of fills up the whole year. Sometimes we get 3 expansion packs in 1 year, and maybe we will, but like if we got Fairies as a game pack, you know, that's a whole other thing. And then obviously some of these things on here would be like big updates, like preteens cars, Zodiac signs, all of that. So yeah, I just wanted to keep it realistic, but water slides, I don't know where they'd put that in. Honestly, I feel like the best pack to put water slides in is the hotels and resorts type of pack. They could put it in like the sleepaway summer camp pack, but I don't know. I think it makes most sense for a resorts pack. Water slides are way overdue. And it's just a water slide. I don't really get why we don't have those. We also still don't have proper diving boards. What is even it's not even a diving board. It's a diving platform that we have. Yeah. And I don't know. I want the classic diving board. They just went in weird directions for a lot of the things in The Sims 4. And maybe it's just because I've been playing since The Sims 1. But I guess there's just certain things I don't understand. So yeah, do you guys want water slides? I know in the past people have said it, but I'm curious if a lot of you guys are still waiting for them. But yeah, that is everything. As I said, there is so many things I want for The Sims 4, but I just wanted to make a realistic list. So go ahead and comment down below your wish list for 2025. And let's hope some of the things that we want actually come to life. That would be amazing. I'm so excited for the year to start and, you know, for us to get our first roadmap. It's going to be exciting. It's always really exciting starting another year, especially now that we know The Sims 4 isn't close to ending, which, you know, it's like a bittersweet thing because I love The Sims 4, but I also really wanted The Sims 5, and that would have been a whole different level of excitement. At the same time, it is what it is. We're told that The Sims 4 still has many years. There's nothing we can do about that, and because it's my favorite game, I'm just gonna look forward to things that we're all wanting coming to the game. And so yeah, like each year it's very exciting, wondering what the year holds, and then yeah, I don't know, I feel like the first roadmap of the year is always the most exciting. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!